Though there are many different unspoken rules about railroading out there, today's rule is never ask to get up into the cab, but don't ever say no when you're invited. That's right. What's up, guys? This is Heis, and today's video is a continuation of yesterday's video from my trip to Bosnia. Now, at the end of yesterday's video, we tried to go and see the engines at one of the coal mines and promptly got told to go away because it's private company property and all that whole 9 yards. So we went off to have lunch, where we had a skver pizza, and then we got some lovely sladoled, aka ice cream / gelato. Still fuzzy on that translation, but while we were at lunch, I shot my buddy Lori a message because I knew he had been to Bosnia before, seeing if he knew anything about where we might be able to go foam a little bit. And he mentioned that there's a second mine that the locomotive service, so we decided to go there and try our luck. And what happened from there is one of the single coolest, most exhilarating, crazy days of my entire life.
Well, somebody just climbed on the engine.
We arrived at the mine and we didn't really know where the official entrance was, but found a way to cross over to the yard and sat there thinking about what we would do for a little bit. And my sister decided to take the car keys and go sit in the car 'cause she didn't want to get arrested in Bosnia. And my mom and I sat there, and some clearly not railroad personnel guy just wandered through, so we said, to heck with it. We'll at least go wander up, see who we can talk to, and, you know, best worst case, we get told to leave.
There's a man up here that you're gonna have to talk to, probably.
On je došao iz Amerike snimiti parni vlakove?
Ja?
Da, samo da vidi, da gledaj.
Ne smijete snimati.
No, you cannot film.
Zabranjeno?
Dobro?
Ja.
Dobro.
Znači imaju znakovi da je zabranjeno snimanje, fotoaparat, ne smije se ništa.
Da.
Bez direktora našeg, znači to se ne smije.
Da.
Okay.
Važi.
Ja.
Dobro, hvala.
Molim vi.
Okay, we'll go backwards.
Okay, sounds good.
Vi ste samo sikret separaciju, šta li ti?
Ne,
Vagone i tu.
ne, on gledaj.
Mašine.
Ja, mašine.
Ja.
Da. Hvala.
Hvala.
Yeah, because it's zabranjen, forbidden.
I was gonna say, only a mild Bosnian trespassing was had. Oh, but it's doing train stuff.
It was at this point that I was very conflicted. I heard the cylinder cocks. The engine was gonna start doing something, and I wanted to see it, and I wanted to film it because, goodness, who knows when this stuff might stop, and there might not be big steam on the main anymore. But at the same time, I am far from a rule breaker. I am far from an envelope pusher in many ways, particularly when you're thinking of legal things in a country where I don't speak the language. Not something that I was super comfortable with. And so I hoped that it was going to come my way and that I could film it from a public place and not get in trouble and not get any of the guys in trouble. I didn't want to give these guys a hard time with management either.
This engine's doing stuff, though. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's totally coming this way. Cross over and we'll be on a public right-of-way and we'll foam the Kriegslok.
Work on this side.
I don't know.
It was at that point my mom decided to join my sister in the car and leave me to whatever fate my foamer brain was going to get me into.
We're seeing Bosnian trains.
I knew that I really wanted to get good video of this, and so I squatted down at the side of the road and started taking video. But then I had a pang of guilt and realized that I was still told that it is forbidden to film in general, so I decided to move a little further out of the way so that I would be a little further away and hopefully not be seen. As the train got closer, the crew were leaning out of the cab and they were gesturing with really big gestures, and myself, my mom and sister all had the same reaction of, oh my god, we're in so much trouble right now. Until they did it enough times that I realized, this is an invitation, this isn't anger. At which point, you remember the rule, never say no.
So we're done.
Gdje si, evo te, fabrika! Pazi se, pazi se! Slikaj, to, sad!
Voila, voila!
Evo te!
Oh, wow. That's a good fire in there. Wow.
It was at this point that I realized that I just climbed on board a train that is doing something. I don't know what it's doing, where it's going, how long I'm going to be on it, and I didn't know if my mom or sister knew that I got on the train either. Thankfully, though Mom was cowering in fear at the fact that these scary people on the choo-choo pointed at us, my sister saw and went, "Oh my god, he just went on the train," to which Mom said,
What? Mark's in the cab of a Kriegslok. Bye, Mark.
It was also a split second after that I realized that the engine crew didn't speak any English and I didn't speak any Bosnian. All the translations for this video have been done by my mom. She's the one that's fluent. I only speak a couple words. And so the game of charades began.
And USA. I do, that's my engine. Colorado, USA.
Colorado?
Yeah. Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Ti vozi?
Yeah. Da. Da. Yeah.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Ja, bez sudi nisi dobro vidio. Može desno. Jeli, mogu Boga. A?
Remember what I said about not saying no? Yeah, that still definitely applies, and that is a really great way to take your heart rate, which is already 1,000,000, and multiply it by another 1,000,000.
See. Da.
Okay, so I'm now the engineer. I don't speak the language. I don't know where the train's going. I don't know what we're doing or what the intent of this move is, or the track, or the geography, or the anything. Let's just not wreck this thing, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God we can still play charades and he knows what he's doing. We'll be alright.
Nice. Dobro.
A hoćeš ti da pa da te slikam ja? Kako?
Yeah.
Da ti voziš, a ja da te slikam.
Yeah. It's recording. Video, yeah.
Learning the feel of a totally different type of throttle on the fly that had a decent bit of slop to it was very interesting, and as well, I hooked it up a little bit because I didn't want to beat the crap out of one of their locomotives. I wouldn't run mine in the corner, so I figured I'd do the same.
Voila, voila.
Reminder that these translations were given to me after the fact, and I had no idea what the guy on the radio was saying, and I don't know where we're going, and I don't know what we're doing, and I'm shoving an empty rake of coal cars, and I don't want to hit something, so I was taking it easy. Right in here I could see that we're diverging through some switches, and so I nervously cover the brake, what I assume is the independent brake. I don't, honest to God, know what air brake schedule these locomotives have, or if the air was tied in, or any of that, so I was ready just in case. Oh look, there's my mom and sister, thank God.
There he is. Oh my God. Stop bumping the car.
Yeah. It's coming up to make the hook. All you. Thank you. Hvala, doviđenja. I don't speak the language. They just gestured, get your ass into the cab. That was the most exhilarating and terrifying thing I've ever done. Here, let's do some switching movements in Royal Bosnia with the Kriegslope with controls I've never run before. That was just the coolest thing I've ever done. And now we run before the mine people find out. I'm officially speechless right now.
I know.
That was.
Oh my God.
He literally were just like, get up in the cab. I'm like, okay.
That was amazing.
That was like, you get in and he just points to the controls and says, go. He literally we just start moving that way and he goes, okay, you go.
You drive the train.
You drive. It's like, no, they just saw me with the camera and were like, oh yeah, come on up. Had me run.
Oh my God, Mark.
That was, okay, life's complete, we're good.
Okay.
That was,
Mark,
yes.
where were you? Where did you go, Mark?
I got summons. We've been trying to get up and look at these trains all day and just get to go see them. And the train crew all of a sudden just summons me and goes, get up, come on, you gotta go, come on, get up in the cab. And so on the move, ran up and got in the cab.
And then he told you to
Of the
drive.
Kriegslope, and then he hands me, he literally points to the throttle and goes, you. I don't speak Bosnian, but I ran a choo-choo today.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, as you can tell in the moment, there was a fair amount of excitement and adrenaline going on my part. It felt like breaking all of the rules, not knowing what was coming next, what was going to happen, and was such a fantastically cool experience as short as it was. It was just a little out and back switch move, putting some empty coal wagons on the ones that were being loaded, and not much more than that. But that little time was so hugely important and hugely cool. This was running revenue service steam. It was just a couple switching moves, but they were switching moves done on a 210 built by the Germans in 1944, captured by the Allies very early on after it had been built in World War II, given to Bosnia, and it has run out of Bosnia continuously since then. Most of what we talk about on the channel is railway preservation and railroad preservation in the United States, and preserving that history and keeping alive the tradition of steam and what railroading was like. This was what railroading was like, and the chance to get a little piece of that, no matter how small, was incredibly special. Thinking even beyond that, I was shocked at how mechanically nice those locomotives were. I was expecting, okay, we go to old country, comrade, yes. I was expecting all the jokes, all the memes. It's Bosnia. It's a impoverished country in many ways. I was expecting them to be totally tired, clapped out pieces of junk, to go through the shop, to see the engines, to run an engine, and it is bang nuts perfectly square throughout the reverse quadrant. That it sounds good, it feels good, it doesn't really leak. The throttle packing had a dribble, but I've yet to meet throttle packing that doesn't. These engines are in a lot better shape than a lot of places, and seeing what they were doing in the shop during the annual inspection, making new valves and going through all the proper procedures, I was shocked. I was not anticipating these engines to be in good shape and well cared for, and they really are. Talking with the people, hearing my mom's translations, they really are kindred spirits. And it's great to see that steam railroading, as it was, as it always has been, is still alive, at least in a few places in the world, and it's being kept that way by people who really know what they're doing and really love it. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time.